There. Now it goes.
Check, check, mic check.
There we go. We got decent audio. And we got a little echo. Well, that's a problem. Oh, look, the bot went. Look, the Streamlabs bot went. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, guys. Sorry. Trying out something totally new here. And obviously, I clicked a button I wasn't meant to click. And that's why the thing suddenly started instead of waiting a second.
I think I wasn't picking my nose or something.
Or worse. All right. So either way, guys, I am trying something new tonight. And well, one, having the wifey here. Of course, y'all know Miss Shoky. And by the way, baby, if you want to interact, there's your camera. You want to look into that camera when you're talking to him.
But I want to look in your camera.
Don't look in my camera because my camera's over there and not facing you. Yeah. No, here's the thing. Like, you guys might have to crank your volume up because if we turn our volume up too much, we're gonna hear, or it's gonna pop up in our own mics. So, also, like, because it's on a timer. Okay, so this is what happens when you hit certain buttons. All right, there we go. All right. So, either way, guys, yeah, like I was saying, we can only turn the volume up so much because otherwise our mics are picking each other up. And I don't know how that's going to go. Either way, so we do have a Miss Shoky, obviously.
Hello.
And so tonight, she needs to talk louder.
Hello.
There you go. And so for tonight, we'll be taking donations. You don't have to give a lot by any means. You know, $2
Don't even have to donate.
Well, the donation is to get you to tell stories.
Yeah, but still, we're not going to force them.
No. But also, guys, on there's a link I posted in the description. That's to the Streamlabs thing. You can still donate via PayPal through Streamlabs, and it'll pop up a thing on the screen if you do it. And also, your questions and stuff will pop up in the chat, I believe, and also on the screen for us. So if you have quote-unquote questions or for stories, by all means, you can do that. But also, if you do that, it will alert us that you did donate without me having to check emails, essentially. So if you use the Streamlabs link, it works that way. You know, and it'll come up here. You can hear her better than me. That's really weird. I'm talking into the mic as loud as possible.
I basically got the mic in my mouth.
Yeah, so do I. That doesn't make sense that she can hear better than me. Either way, we're still trying to figure it all out. Hold on, let me actually. We're still trying to figure it all out. Hold on, let me actually.
Don't even have to donate.
Oh, they do hear you better. That's weird. Oh, maybe I turned mine down. Maybe I turned my gain down by accident. See, here's the problem: is we don't have a monitor for ourselves. I think I don't know if I'm turning it up or down or if that's the wrong volume entirely. Nope, that's the right thing. So if I do that, but if I go too loud, then they're going to hear you every time I talk. Either way. Talk, baby.
Hello, how are you?
See, like yours is less than mine, but it's louder. It doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't have to make sense. Either way, guys. Of course. If it's good, it's good. We can't hear ourselves to know. That's the one downside to the current situation because we don't have audio feedback to hear ourselves. There's no good monitor. Either way, let's go do a quick roll call. There's not a whole lot of people watching right now, but also you'll see the chat bot in the thing going. It'll say hit the like button every now and then. I think every 10 minutes. So let's see here. We got Trisha, Denise, Christine. Didn't see Christine slipped in there. And nobody else at the moment, I think. Okay. All right, good. That's fine. All right. So, either way, guys. Baby, did you have a Since we already got one donation. Do you have a Shan's at work? That sucks. Do you have a story ready to go? Because I remember there was the breaking your leg story.
Yeah. Oh, you want me to start it now?
Yes. So let's get the ball rolling
So
here.
short or long version? Short version.
I mean, that's up to. It was a decent donation, so it's about as long as you want it to be.
All right. So.
Can you tell a short story?
Probably.
I don't think you can.
Okay, I broke my leg. God, I don't even know how old I was. Mom died in 97, so it had to be before 97. I want to say maybe 94, 95.
Okay.
I was in first grade.
Oh, wow.
So, we didn't grow up with a lot of money. Mom worked 2 jobs, right? So what did we get for Christmas? New pair of roller skates.
I was going to say a broken leg.
That too. So me and my sister are outside. Sorry, I'm nervous.
Denise, at least you weren't running from the law. Oh, there's stories about that too.
Oh, yeah.
Leg story first.
Let's see. Okay, so we got a new pair of rollerblades, right?
Sure.
So me and my sister, she's 13 months older than me, maybe. So we're outside on the driveway, and our driveway was cracked. So there was,
careful,
a crack in the driveway. But you know what? We're going to go outside and we're going to go skate because that's what we do. So we're skating in a little circle, and my sister falls. And when she falls, there's the one that's a year older than me.
You can say her name.
Oh, Krista.
Yeah, there
you go. She falls and there's a pipe in the ground, and I guess it scraped her back, right? So the loving, caring, and oh so wonderful sister I rush over to her to help her, right?
Sure.
So I tripped over her leg, and I basically did a somersault and landed, but somehow my leg broke. But I didn't know. I didn't even know that it hurt. I just knew I couldn't stand up.
Yeah.
So, my mom's partner, life partner, girlfriend, whoever you call back in the day, she's my mom now. She's my mom. That's who my mom is. Love her to death. Hi, Mom. Hope you're proud of me a little.
It'd be funny if she was watching right now.
Oh, it would be hilarious. Anyways, I'll get to the funny part. Okay, so in our house we had it's like a foyer, but you walk in and it had like a washer and dryer, like a little storage room, and then you walk into the main house. So it had a main door, right? So my sissy, my mom, helps me into the foyer, right? I don't even feel like I'm crying. I don't really feel a lot of pain. I just know I can't get up. So I guess maybe that's just from like adrenaline or whatever.
Yeah.
So she sees that my leg is starting to turn blue.
Really?
It got the shin.
I was gonna say where was the break?
Right in the shin.
Okay.
So the 2 bones right there in my leg, both of those bones broke, and it was, I don't know if they call it compound fracture, but it literally both of them broke, kind of like.
Yeah.
So I think one leg is taller than the other.
I know mine is.
Okay, so we call 911. We can hear the sirens coming up the road, right? But I have to pee. And boy, do I have to pee. So my mom runs into the kitchen and gets this brown glass bowl. And it's the same bowl that we've eaten popcorn out of doing family movie nights.
Oh, okay. So I have. Okay. I wasn't sure I'd heard this story, but I think I've heard this part for sure.
But I have to pee. So she unzips my pants. I remember laying like in the living room on my back. You can hear the sirens up the road. And she puts the bowl under me and she goes, "Okay, Pooh Bear, pee." And I peed.
Basically Yeah.
So I'm finishing up right when the ambulance people come in, and pretty much they're like, "Oh, hey."
So, did you guys ever use that bowl again?
Yes, we're poor. Remember,
Ah, that's true.
we didn't have a lot of money, but I did make the best friend. His name was Howie. He was one of the paramedics on it. Worse than a bedpan.
I mean, I was thinking. So I'm thinking something like that metal bowl we got in there.
Yeah, but it's like
effectively.
glass, but it's
Okay.
like brown.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, it's a big wide bowl.
Yeah,
right?
that's a pretty big bowl.
Yeah. So I was
back
thinking.
then I was small, so.
Well, because I was thinking, because she said it might be worse than a bedpan. To me, I was thinking it's going to be possibly easier because if you could squat over it to pee.
But
basically
I couldn't
like a
bend my
bucket.
leg. I'm literally
So
laying on my back.
So how did? Oh.
She had to lift me up, and I had to like kind of rest my butt in the bowl and pee.
Yeah, and you were roughly 6-ish. Because in first grade.
Yes. Yeah, I was probably first grade.
Yeah, first grade, second grade, 6, 7 at best.
Yeah.
6. I said 6 o'clock. Wrong measurement of time.
But so we're riding in the ambulance. The ambulance. And so I was really scared, but you know, it is what it is, right? So Howie made snowflakes with me.
Yeah.
So
the cutout kind where you fold it and whatnot.
So he had some paper and he cut them out. We made snowflakes, and okay. So remember watching Full House when she's like Howie, when little Michelle's like Howie.
Yes, I forgot about Howie.
That was my Howie. And
sure he was.
It was my Howie.
Right.
The story comes on full circle with him though.
Oh, so you dated Howie later?
No.
Is that what happened?
Oh no, that was
so like the embarrassment comes all the way back around to dating Howie later, and
no.
and you'd be like, hey, remember?
No, but he was my boyfriend because I loved Howie. He took care of me in the ambulance.
Right.
Yeah. So he even stayed with me at the hospital until my mom got
stayed
there.
with you?
Stayed.
He kissed you?
No, we didn't kiss.
Well, you started
I'm
it out with that.
I'm getting all flushed about it. Stop. It must be the wine.
Also, hi Eric. Eric the lurker is here.
Lurker.
Yeah, he used to lurk a lot. Now he actually talks, but he still has the name Eric the lurker.
He's kind of like me. Just kind of pops in whenever.
No.
Oh, okay.
Lurkers are people who watch but don't comment.
Oh.
So they're lurking. Denise, I've only broken a hand and a toe. Leg sounds very painful. I heart Howie. I've never broken anything that I know of. Like I've had a really, really bruised tailbone. Obviously my knees recently.
Yeah.
As far as we know, nothing's broken.
No, I think if it was broken, you wouldn't have been able to walk.
Yeah, I think there'd be a lot more issues there.
Yeah. So anyways, forward maybe, I don't know, 2006, I'm working at a cardiologist office and I see this name come by.
Oh, that's right.
And I'm checking out this patient and he has a paramedic EMT shirt on, precinct 3. It was Howie and his wife.
So you could have dated Howie.
It would have been,
I mean, he would have been in like his
sure
late 40s by then, probably mid 40s.
Yeah.
By 06, because in 06 you would have been in your early 20s, if not around about 21, 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you are
I just gotten divorced. 2009
yeah, you'd be 22.
Then. It was 2009 then, because I just gotten divorced when I was working
Okay,
there.
so you'd be 25.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm doing quick math in my head here.
No. I was 20 when I got married.
I'm saying 25 due to what the current year is.
Oh.
So.
I don't know.
Yes, her first marriage wasn't great.
My mom did take me back when we were younger. Took me back to the precinct so I can say thank you. And they gave me a present. It was a Dalmatian puppy. They gave me a puppy.
An actual puppy.
Yes, and her name was Sparky. Because it was a Dalmatian fire, get it?
So that's the first time I'm hearing about that.
You didn't know?
No, I never heard about that one. Can I not? Oh, I can't.
That's
I
the
can't.
dog that up until maybe about 15 years ago, I realized she really didn't die. She really didn't go play in a field somewhere
Wow.
for like 20 something years. I really thought that my dog went to go play in a field.
Oh, that kind of
They
situation.
had to put him down. They had to put her down because she got rabies.
See, what's funny is I never had that where like I never got the euphemisms.
Oh.
So I was literally like, once an animal died, it.
Oh, I didn't know
died.
they died though. One day I was just like, "Hey, where's Sparky?" And my sister was like, "Oh, they're."
Wait, how old were you when Sparky?
We went and said thank you right after.
Okay,
Like,
so
shortly
that's when
after.
you were a kid, not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
was
should have
still a kid.
interjected
Well,
those stories
my
there.
my real mom was alive.
Yeah,
Still.
so that's where I got confused. I was like, wait, you went back after the cardiologist.
So my mom was the volunteer firefighter for that precinct.
Why did that go again?
So she already knew them.
Yeah.
Yeah, she already knew all of them.
Yeah.
So we went to say thank you, and I actually was on the front page of the newspaper.
Interesting.
I think Candy has the clipping or somewhere. You can look online for it. I'm sure.
Do all that.
No. But I was cute with my big old cast.
So the only reason I would do that, I'm trying to sound like you, the only reason I would do that is to get the newspaper whole page and get it printed out like a puzzle, like you have in there.
That would be cool.
But you'd have to
you
find
can see my
you'd have
mom
to find a
in
good
there
one.
Too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the
You have to
photo
find
would
you have
be
to find
really
find a digital
grainy.
archive.
Yeah.
Digital archives of that. Also, guys, for those who are just popping in a little bit late, wondering what's going on, so either Miss Shoky or myself, mostly her, going to be telling stories for donations. And she was wanted to talk about the broken legs situation. She brought that up.
I mean, I
streams
thought
ago.
it was gonna be better. Obviously, I mean, to be honest, I thought we were doing this tomorrow night, and I totally forgot we were doing it tonight. I get home from work and I take off the bra, and he's like, "You need to go put a bra back on, honey."
Yeah. and guys, so if you'll see the link that's popping up in the chat, that is to Streamlabs, so you can actually donate that way instead of having to go directly through PayPal. It is a PayPal thing. Eventually, I'll get it set up to where you can use a credit card instead. You don't have to go through all that nonsense, or Google Pay, until we get to the point that the channel can be monetized. But either way, that's a good way to take donations for it. And it doesn't have to be much, just minimum of a couple bucks, because service fees and whatnot. And it's just basically to get her to talk about crap. So Denise wants to know how long we've been married. Technically speaking, our anniversary.
You know this one. I know it's in July.
It's July 18th.
18th.
Give or take.
Yeah.
So here's the complicated part about our relationship. We're not legally married.
We're not
but,
legally.
But due to Texas being the way Texas is, we are common law married. And, we're on bills together, and in the eyes of my job, we're married because she is under my common law spouse. But we've been together, it'll be 8 years.
8 years.
So we've technically been married 7.
Yeah.
Because we did it after the first year.
We moved in about a year.
Not even a year, but
it was 6 months maybe. We
moved in after 6 months.
I was ready to get out of my hometown.
You were ready to get out of here.
Needed to get away from that place.
Yeah.
But I miss my mama. I miss my mommy.
The bra thing reminded me of the most recent Matt Mitchell. That's funny. Does he have another one since one we watched on Friday? You know who Matt Mitchell is?
No.
You've watched his stuff more likely on Facebook Reels.
Probably.
He's pretty funny. The balloon one is great though. Yeah. And unfortunately, we can't do, until we figured out audio situation, we can't do like reactions right now because we couldn't figure out. We tried to get the audio to work and it was only coming through her headphones, and then when I tried to adjust it, it stopped coming out of anything but the speakers. So it was
like, to the point where we couldn't even hear it at all.
Yeah, it's not doing anything. So and it was hell getting 2 cameras and 2 microphones set up and reorganizing to use Streamlabs instead of just OBS. So it's interesting. Oh, spy balloons. Yes, China and their weather balloons that got lost. Their lost weather balloon that we conveniently didn't shoot down for 6 days. No big deal. No.
How do you lose with the technology that China has? How do you lose a weather balloon?
It blew off course, even though it clearly had the ability to do a lot of things. Either way. All right. Any other stories?
Yeah, that's pretty much about my. I mean, I thought it was funnier. I guess it was funny at the moment. I was really nervous. Let me finish this glass of wine.
You don't have to finish it.
I'll be better.
No, you're fine.
I don't like being in limelight. So I don't like being center of attention.
Well, too bad. You're center of attention. You love being center of attention when it's me.
Yeah, because you have to give me attention. It's part of the rules to be with me.
But your best friend Denise is here wanting to talk
yes,
to you.
Denise.
Your glitter friend.
Oh, Denise, got a story for you.
Oh, show your nails.
Hold on. So we have at work, these hearts at the check-in desk, and they have glitter on them. And I walked by today, and I told one of the people at the front desk, I was like, I just want to take one of these hearts and rub it on my face. And she's like, why? And I'm like, because it's glitter. And I thought of Denise. I thought of Denise right then and there.
Weird.
So Denise, you're on my mind all day because of the glitter.
She thinks about Denise.
Denise.
No one else. Well, also,
Denise used to be the name of my phone.
Denise is the name of your phone, so
yeah.
Conveniently.
Shut up, Denise.
Yeah, not you. She's talking to her phone. So legitimately, like, it was before Bixby was around, and you could name your phone and you could set voice prompts. And I guess you still can, but I forgot what mine was. I forgot. I don't remember what mine was.
I don't either.
It might have been Dolores or something. I don't remember, but yours was definitely Denise. Yeah. Do not do that. Do not do that, Trisha. That's
Trisha,
so wrong.
No.
Also, it got cold as hell today, and it's getting colder.
Yeah, so I took my lunch about 12:15 Central Daylight Time. By the time I get a 30-minute lunch, so by the time I was going back into work, it was already cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to the second part of my job, I'd been sitting in the truck waiting for a while. And I got out to go use the bathroom, and a gust of wind caught me. I was like, what the hell?
Did you know it was supposed to get cold today?
No. I looked at the rain.
Oh, see, I watch the news every morning.
So with what happened this morning, because I don't remember if I mentioned, no, I didn't tell you. So because of the events of yesterday, they had to get another vehicle against the wishes of upper management. But you got to do it. And so it was up to me to return that vehicle when I was done with all my work.
Wait, so do y'all take it back to the...
Go ahead and take it back to where it came from.
And somebody has to drive you back to the center.
Yep. So one of the supervisors had to bring me back. So in all of that nonsense, he said the exact same thing I said, that he checked the rain report this morning but didn't look at the temperature, so he was underdressed.
It stormed pretty good, though.
Oh,
it was
did.
lightning and thundering pretty bad at work.
Yeah, I got rained on at work briefly, but then I got home before all the bad stuff really happened. All right. Left the library at 6:45-ish, and the rain was starting to freeze. Ooh, that ain't good.
Ooh.
Hopefully it don't get that cold. Who is out there honking right now? Fuckers. Yeah, so Trisha's...
I'm glad we haven't had like freezing rain yet. Oh, crap. I'm not gonna wood.
I don't think that's really wood.
It's fake wood.
It used to be wood. At one point it was real wood. Now it's mostly resin and whatever else they glue tables together with. I guess in some way this should be a little bit of a Q&A to preload stories, because you don't have any like...
It's hard for me just to come up and say something without being prompted. Like, ask me a question, and I'm going to tell you something that it might be funny, it might be sad.
Yeah.
You might not like it, but it is what it is. Right?
Yeah. A topic
would be great.
Yeah.
I just can't come off with stuff.
So if you guys have a topic, mostly I just want to see a donation come across the screen. I want to actually see the donation come across the screen.
My friend at work that I work with, my partner in crime.
Your friend at work that you work with, otherwise known as the coworker.
24-year-old girl. She's originally from Mexico. She is amazing. She's nice. She's sweet. So she asked me yesterday. She said, "Why are our veins blew in my arm because I was talking about I would love to draw blood from her because she has the perfect veins. I said, well, you know how you're always cold? She said, yeah. I said, well, your blood is blue because you're cold. All day long. She's like, really?
You didn't say it was cold. You said because it didn't have oxygen.
Well, I told her that, but I kept saying, well, you're cold. You
cold
know, it's because you're cold. And it hasn't had oxygen yet, and you're cold.
Yeah, that old myth.
And then finally, when we told her the truth, she's like, oh, my God. she was so mad at me.
Well, see, the thing is that, like...
She's so naive, though. She didn't get a good childhood, but she's really naive and gullible. Yeah. I told her, do your research.
I get you with stuff all the time, though.
Oh, yeah.
I've effectively, like, pulled your chain a lot.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty good
liar. You know
liar.
what I hate the most?
When it comes to
you know what
I'm a good liar.
I hate that you do the most? It grinds my gears.
I don't think this is that kind of stream.
No, is when I'm trying to think of a name. Oh,
Denise. Of course they do.
Oh, Denise. Let me tell you, if you try to draw blood on a patient that has bad veins, it sucks. But when you don't even need a tourniquet, perfect veins. I mean, they just bounce right back at you.
Her veins are terrible.
Oh, mine are bad.
Because we've had to go, with many ER trips, not to mention you're having to get infusions for years. Them trying to, like, when she got her nurses, or infusionistas, as I called them.
Oh, my infusionistas?
Yeah, infusionistas. When they knew where her stuff was, it was easy. But then we found out the hard way.
Well, that was been in my hand because that was the only place they could ever get the IV started was in my hand.
I forget which trip it was to the ER that they couldn't. I think it was one of your pleurisy issues, or pleurisy, because they couldn't find the vein in this arm, and they had to do like an.
We went to the local hospital, the one that I
but
would never send anybody to.
But it was they had to use like an ultrasound thing, and discovered that her vein in this arm actually goes diagonal rather than straight. And she was actually blowing through it with the needle, thinking she was going at it, and they actually had to use a basically an ultrasound to locate that. I forgot what it's actually called. It wasn't really an ultrasound, but it was something like that. They could see the blood pumping through the vein. Yeah. With like a cool thing.
Yeah. It was almost like an ultrasound because it portrayed a picture.
Yeah.
So it was like a Doppler.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, more of a Doppler thingy.
Yeah.
So.
But don't even finish my story about what grinds my gears about you.
I know, there's a reason for that. I know what you were going to say.
It's an ick.
I know what you were going to say.
So.
And I'm still okay with it.
Like if
I do it to Ricky too.
If I'm watching a show, I don't really care about spoilers. I don't care. I'll still watch spoilers.
The Houston spoilers.
Or if I am trying to think of a name of an actor or actress, and I'll ask him, he'll go, oh, well, you know. Well, no, I don't. And won't tell me. And we'll sit there for 20 minutes, figure it out.
Because I want you to remember. Because the information's in there.
But it makes me mad. I was just tell me. We could have saved the last 20 minutes of me just getting so irritated that you could have just told me you would have been happy with it.
It's not 20 minutes. It's like 5.
Seems like 20.
So she'll ask me who a person is or a name or whatever. But the thing is, she knows the information, but she doesn't want to take the time to try to remember it. I know your memory isn't that great. My memory? Yes. But still. I mean, I do it to Ricky too, so it's not just a you thing. It annoys Ricky as well, but I'm okay with that because he can't hit me. Yeah. Speaking of Ricky, if you guys want to go check out the Now You Made It Awkward podcast, you can do so. Unfortunately, no new episode currently this week because everyone's schedules went to shit, like other than mine. So Rick, we were supposed to record Monday. Rusty had to run his dog, or had to run something to the emergency room. Oh, it was their dog. Their one dog ate a whole bunch of other food and has like a really bad diet, or what's the word I'm looking for? Digestive tract kind of sucks. It doesn't process certain foods well, and then it results in very bad things happening on the back end. So he had to run his dog to the vet.
So his dog's like shitting everywhere. Or
bleeding from that. So either way. So they had to run the one dog to the hospital, Ricky got called into work on Monday,
Mhm.
and so we rescheduled to Tuesday, and then everything hit the fan on Tuesday. Even me, where I got stuck at work even longer due to a breakdown. And then today, dealing with the aftermath of all that, I would have got home even after when we normally would record the podcast. Rusty's out for most of the week. Dormammu, aka Rob, is out for most of the week, and going through a lot of mental issues right now due to stress at his job. I feel really bad for him. So remember how bad you used to have it back at your previous job?
Oh yeah.
Like, and remember
The
you.
previous job kept me sick.
So remember coming home and basically crying, especially that last year, crying
Yeah,
almost every
crying.
night, stressed all to hell, getting yelled at constantly by assholes and morons.
Hmm.
That's what he's going through, but he's in the tech sector, not what you do.
Yeah.
So he told us the other day, without a lot of detail, what's been going on, and you could hear that he was on the verge of crying, even though it was like 7 in the morning. You know, well, 8 for him, but stupid East Coast people. Yes. No, I totally remember those things. If I can't remember, I admit to not remembering. I don't play it on.
Oh, you sit there and you laugh at me.
Yeah, no. If I remember,
And I'm over here like legit pissed off, and
Yeah.
you're like, figure it out.
Yeah, no. I definitely remember. If I don't know something, I will admit to not knowing it. I won't be like I just want to see if you know it. No, that's what you will do, realistically. But I mean, it's not even like just actors and stuff. It can be any random information. Hey, where did we go that one time and did the thing? And like,
what are those animals that like eat?
Oh God,
eat their mates.
Yeah,
manatees.
This is an
That
actual.
will always.
This
be
is
funny.
an actual quote from her, where she.
Miss Shoky quote of the day.
Yeah, so she legitimately asked me, what those animals were that would eat their mate after mating.
How did I do it? I said,
I have it on Facebook somewhere, but
yeah, you like typed out the conversation.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah, manatees.
Manatees.
The praying manatees. Yeah, and I showed her the other day of a video of a manatee, and I said it's a mantis. She didn't know what is that? Oh, it's a mantis. It's one of them floating mantises they have all around Florida. Florida.
Florida.
Fucking
That's how I learned how to spell Florida, was Florida.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, guys, if you have any
question,
not necessarily a question, but if you
I'm
have
pretty much an
if you have a
open book,
topic,
though. I don't like to hide
anglerfish.
anything.
Yes, the anglerfish story.
Anglerfish.
It's a home free thing.
Are they the ones that have the?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Actually, the funny thing is, only certain ones have that. It's actually the females that have that.
I heard the deeper you go in the ocean, the weirder things are.
Well, yeah. But yeah, if you guys have a topic for her to tell a story of, Austin Butler and Elvis already knew the Shannara Chronicles, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood didn't make the connection. You had to Google him, by all means. Have a Google. Quickly, have a Google. Oh, but guys, I did want to bring up something. So every now and then, I do get hit up to do reactions from the actual artist. Hasn't happened in a while. It only happened with a couple artists very early on, realistically. One of which was one of my very first reactions, if not the first reaction that ever actually went up on this channel, and most of you have not seen it because I took it down shortly after. His name was MC Nemesis. He did a rap, a rap song, as it were, and I reacted to this one particular one, and it was horrible. Lyrics were terrible. His beat timing was terrible. Everything sucked. Rhyme scheme, shitty. I spent like 15 minutes tearing apart his shit.
Now, did you do it privately to him, or
No, this was public. This was a reaction.
Okay, did he get mad?
Yes, but like.
But you were being honest.
But I was being honest. But
it's
the
like
thing is,
constructive criticism.
The problem is, dude has a huge ego. So he got mad, and he said first, okay, I appreciate the honest reaction and stuff like that, and then when I reacted to Atlas and praised him, he went off in the
I remember
comments.
Atlas.
He went off in the comments talking shit about Atlas. It's like,
Oh,
oh, I see you like
God.
Atlas. I see how it's like going to be like this.
Okay,
So
well,
he started
because you
throwing
have
a fit.
shitty music and you can't take criticism to fix whatever you have.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So Christine saw my
Jealous
post.
much?
So everybody saw my post about it because he messaged me the other day.
Oh.
So first of all, I took down that reaction after he started throwing shit fit, and then I started contacting certain people about him,
Mm-hmm.
and they all started talking shit about him. Nobody had a good thing to say about this guy. So I took it down, and I kept him from commenting.
Mm-hmm.
Monday. Sorry, Monday. Don't even know what day it is. Monday, I get a message from him. Here, I'll even show you, like, because I actually
message on
Instagram where you hit me up in the first place. So here's the entire conversation here.
I feel like my microphone's falling.
No, it's fine. So first of all, he says, "Hey yo, kid."
Oh,
Hey
how
yo,
old
kid.
is this dude?
Younger than me.
Okay.
So he says, "Hey yo, kid. It's MC Nemesis." Basically, how he sounds, by the way. And I like how he thinks I forgot who he is. By the way, he changed his name on Instagram, so I didn't know this name.
Maybe he doesn't. Well, maybe no. He probably does remember you.
Well, he did. He said you reviewed Goats way back. I agree now that it was trash. 3 out of 10. So he recognizes that song sucked ass.
And how long did it take him to realize that?
A few years. That was at the beginning of this channel 2 years ago. Actually, I've reacted to that before I started this channel.
Mm-hmm.
So, munchies for your bass. What?
Did he do a song named Munchies for Your Bass?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh.
So, either way, he said, I want you to react to another one of my tracks, the first song on my most recent project. Hey, mate, please react to this track by me. Clearly, that's something he sent to other people.
Mm.
And he sent me a link to Welcome to the Freak Show, which must be privated because there's no thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'll consider it, which is the only thing. Oh, it's one of his songs. Got it.
Oh, I figured that's what it is.
So I said, I'll consider it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I left it at. Thinking that he would just leave it be.
Let me do it.
No. So I figured he was just going to leave it at that and let me react and then reply.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I'm going to, I think like a day later, he said, I'm going to use clips of your reaction to the previous song. I made a fan compilation video I'm uploading Thursday or Friday this week. You're in it. I don't know exactly how he got that.
He's telling you that's pretty cool.
Well, the thing is, I privated that video, so unless he downloaded it, I don't know how he got it.
Oh.
I deleted it now. Like, it's gone. Like, permanently. And I don't even have the save file anymore. So that reaction does not exist anymore. Unless it's buried on the original channel. Tell him it got blocked. If anything, I will copyright claim his video because he used my footage without my permission.
Yeah, he told you he was going to.
Yeah, he told me he did. Yeah, he told me he used it. All right, so, and this is the part that pissed me off. Says you reacted to a track that wasn't mixed well, was not mastered, and I was offbeat. You didn't give me a chance after that, even though I've released 2 albums and 7 singles since. You owe me a second chance. And I was just starting out, and you were harsh on me. You didn't have the insight to understand, but I'm here to educate you about things.
Oh, the audacity.
So
no, sir, no.
So
he's better now because you gave him that criticism.
So if he's better because I criticized him, and not because clearly nobody. The problem is a lot of people don't tell people that they suck. They just either yes man or they just take the money, they push the product, and nobody gives a shit. Dude, I'm glad he finally realized that track sucked.
No,
it was bad. His rhyme scheme sucked. He said it was mixed bad. I was like, the mixing wasn't what was bad. The music sounded fine. What sucked was his lyrics and his cadence and his voice. Just the goat one, which I did my best to get through the whole thing. I saw enough. Yeah, it's fucking horrible. It is fucking horrible. And the video itself is all digital lyrics and stuff like that. But like some of it's hard to read because there's a fuckload of fire and everything else going on at the same time. It was terrible. It was horrible.
My view is you don't owe him a damn thing. Can I cut something?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if he had said nothing, if he said, "No, hi Sally."
Hi Sally.
That was Sally. Remember I mentioned Sally the other night? I think. And you're like, who's Sally?
Oh, Sally, is it?
Yeah. So she gets mad when people message me.
Sally.
Either way, no.
I don't get mad.
I know, joking.
I'm
So
I'm
yeah,
not a
the
jealous type.
the arrogance was like, I guess if he wanted to say he was better, it's better. Please take a look at it. I'm on board.
Yeah. Or
If
say,
he's like,
hey, I've grown.
you didn't
look
know.
at what I have now.
Yeah, the fact that he said you didn't know better, so I'm gonna educate you. I'm like, no, dude, I broke down exactly
okay,
what was wrong.
Child.
See, here's what the problem is. I know enough to know what sucks. It's like, and I broke down why it sucked. That's the thing. Like I broke down his rhythms.
But not everybody thinks it has to suck, and not everybody has to like everything. It's strictly your opinion.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: because you're not like a musician yourself,
yeah,
you're seeing it objectively. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was like me. If I was to listen, and what if Sally wanted to sing me a song or something? I don't know. I'm gonna critique
Sally might be good.
it,
We don't know.
But Denise might like it.
Yeah.
But it's okay to have that difference.
I mean, we have that discussion here all the time about voice play.
Yeah, you showed me voice play. I get it.
Well, it's not like voice
it.
play is bad. It's just not necessarily for us.
Yeah. But I'm just saying,
Yeah, it sounds like the VPs.
you don't owe him anything.
No, even though he
But
said
copyright him for using your footage.
If he uses my footage, I'm gonna do a copyright claim on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, now I don't know what he's using it for. It said it's a compilation video. If I had to guess, it's a lot of people saying he sucks.
Well, okay. What if it's like a song like a Get Back song? Like, you told me I wasn't good.
I don't think it's that.
And
I
look
think
at me now, kid.
But it's not that.
I mean,
it's a compilation of people who reacted to him.
He's like rapping and saying I'm better than you. Well, MFer, you're not better than anybody. Go suck my big toe. I don't care.
I just had he not brought any arrogance into it, I would have checked out his new song. Like, begrudgingly. And he's like, well, you never checked anything out after that. I was like, why would I? You threw a fucking fit.
Yeah.
And like I posted on Instagram about it. It's like, dude, he threw a tantrum because of what I said. And then he started ragging on artists that were objectively better.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it's not your style that sucks. It's everything about you. It's like, why would I give you another chance, especially if you act like a dickhead? You know?
Yeah.
It's like I could let bygones be bygones.
I wouldn't do it, but if he uses your footage, I would definitely.
No, I'll copyright
get him for Oh no, go Amber Turd on him for defecation.
You're funny. She's so funny, guys.
Wait, defamation? Deformation. I said defecation. Is it deformation?
Defamation.
Because I was thinking of defecate, because she shit the
Yeah,
bed.
you actually were making a whole joke. Accidental punch.
I should have just rolled with that.
Guys, she's like this all the time. Aaron, what up, dude? That's Aaron from the UPS store.
Oh, hi, Aaron. We met.
Yep.
We met him, right?
Yep.
The Renaissance.
At the Renaissance. Yes.
Oh, okay. Hi. I try to remember people, but I'm bad at it.
Was on purpose. Exactly. Hey, Ron.
It wasn't on purpose, actually, Denise. It was not, but I have my moments. It's a good thing I'm pretty.
Yes, it is. She's so pretty. Okay, so let's load up another story since we've been going for 45 minutes already.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Because we can just this is podcasting is what this technically is.
Oh.
Or we just sit and bullshit. All right, guys. Give us a question for her to tell a story about real quick.
Any question?
Anything, any topic that at least isn't specifically about us necessarily, but about her. Because I talk about her all the time, so therefore the us gets covered. Because it's the whole point of you telling stories, not just me. Because you got a lot. Because you've got if nothing else, you do have the running away from cops stories. I don't remember which one you talked.
I told that. No, I told that story.
You told one of them.
I told the run away from cops when I jumped off my bike and we had to hide in the window and we saw the cops come by.
Yeah. You told that one standing over there one day.
Yeah.
Did you ever skate again? That's a good question.
Yes. Used to go to the roller skating rink all the time. Was never really good at it, but yeah, I would definitely skate again. I did skate again. Not now.
Yeah.
I'll fall over now.
Excuse me.
But yes, I did skate again.
I've never been able to properly skate.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because back in the day, only normal ass roller skates existed, right?
Mm.
So I was the hold on to the wall and pull yourself along. I
I
couldn't
could
skate.
just see you. I can just see you like kind
I
of like
I couldn't skate.
wobbly.
I had no coordination in that way.
And you're like moving one leg
So
at a time.
yeah, not even that. Literally just holding onto the wall and trying not to fall down,
We
and
were
then
cool
falling on my
listening
ass.
to I love it when you call me Big Papa Puff. Throw your hands in the air if you a true player. Who's that? Don't do it to me.
You just asked the question. Don't point my spudger at me.
Don't do it to me.
I don't know who would be called Big Papa. Throw my hands in the air.
Because you're a true player.
See if they know in the comments.
Oh
See,
Lord! See, this what happens.
I know,
I get these
because
brain farts.
yeah, it's in your brain.
And I can't.
I like it when you're on
Okay.
camera. You turn on the country accent. And oh, by the way, that's what I was gonna get at because Christine just said that she can ice skate.
Oh.
So I've been ice skating once. Nope.
Yeah.
Twice.
At the
I've
big
been.
mall.
I've been. Nope. I didn't actually ice skate. I delivered pizza to the ice rink. I did not have to get on the ice, but went ice skating. I think with the church. I'm pretty sure it was with the church.
Mm.
And yeah, it was because I remember Donnie was in front of me. And okay, so guys, back. Sorry, I'm looking here like my camera's normally there. So back in the day, I had a guy I went to church with that looked a lot like Rob, like a lot. He didn't quite have the hair, but he had the beard, he had the glasses, and he's a big dude. His name was Donnie, and he was falling down constantly. Like he had, I had to help him up one time, but I'd never attempted to ice skate ever. Never even rollerbladed.
At the big mall.
Yeah. And so I kind of did it, but like it was kind of my left foot didn't quite do the motion. I was almost like just anchoring off my left foot and then pushing with my right. But I was getting going, had no control, but I could actually move in a direction.
I could skate pretty good.
Oh,
like
Christine can't ride a
high.
bike.
So if somebody tells you that, oh, Christine, it's just like riding a bike, you'd be like,
I
sorry.
don't know what that's like.
Can't compute. Not computing.
Yeah, 404 error. Ice skating's way harder than roller skating. Well, I don't know about that.
I bet they're almost like the same, but I've never
rollerbladed.
rollerbladed.
Rollerblading is essentially the
I've
same as
never
ice skating.
done that, but I mean, I did
I've always
skate
wanted
like
to.
junior high and stuff, and I was pretty good, but I wasn't the one that would play the games and stuff because I wasn't that good.
What do you mean?
Like you have to skate to one side, get the ball out of the basket, and move
I
it
got
back
you.
over.
You said
Like
games. I
like
was
the
what do you mean?
relay races and stuff.
Yeah, no.
I would never do that, but I was pretty good. I mean, I could go backwards, but
Backwards.
yeah.
You have to have stronger ankles to ice skate. I mean,
Well, you do have to have good ankles to ice skate.
well, I mean, I thought most ice skates
Or it's a
engulfed
skate
your
in
ankles
general.
essentially. I mean, old school roller skates didn't necessarily lace up around your ankles, but most,
I used to have some pink and white rollerblades.
yeah.
I never learned how to.
It's
use
to do
them.
with balance. Oh, okay. Christine can't balance herself. No
Oh.
center of balance. I mean, I could tell a story about one of the worst times I ever wiped out on a
Well, I
bike.
hear about you though.
I know, but they said they wanted to go back and
Just
forth.
kidding.
So you had a bad. Did you ever have a bad biking accident?
No, not that I can remember. Now,
I feel like that's more of a boy thing to wipe out on your bike.
Wait, hold on. There was time. Okay, so in my neighborhood growing up, we did have there was. It's hard to explain. Somebody's land had a lot of trees, but they let us make like a bike trail, and so you had little hills and stuff. And I'm pretty sure I wiped out there a couple times. But like you go down the hill, go up and around, and so he actually made it for us to do our bikes on. It's an old man in the neighborhood.
So my cousins that lived right down the street.
Mm-hmm.
You know which ones I'm talking about?
Yes.
Okay, the ones I grew up with.
Yes.
I'm giving other people's names out of this. So they had a yard bigger than ours, and you know how big our yard is.
Yeah.
And trees galore, and half the yard was not used. Actually, a good chunk of their yard was a lot of trees and not used for anything. They were just there. Big old oak trees, pine trees, everything, right? And during the fall, there's leaves and pine needles everywhere, and we would rake bike trails all throughout the yard. And then eventually burn it, burn the leaves and whatnot. But like we had like elaborate bike trails through their yard. And unlike our yard, there weren't as many roots to accidentally hit and go flying. Out in my mom's front yard, there's a few spots where we used to ride. There was 2 trees really close together, and like you would go as fast as you could to go in between them and hopefully not hit until you realize your handlebars were a little too wide.
Yeah, I don't remember ever like wipe. And I'm sure I wiped out a couple times. But
Yeah.
The nostalgia.
I guess she's an open book.
I am definitely an open book. I don't.
Well, she's mostly an open book.
I mean, some things.
So this is the awkward part where we watch them talk to each other. Don't take a chance skating anymore. Sense of balance is bad due to
neuropathy.
There's some letters missing there.
Yeah.
Is this supposed to be neuropathy? Because that's
T
that's neurophy.
A.
That's neurophy right there.
Got nerfy.
That's a Greek goddess, neurophy.
You should do spelling errors still in the chat.
No, we don't do typo queens anymore because I lost the person who would keep track of that.
Oh.
Yeah, Will disappeared on us. Yeah.
He doesn't lurk either.
Lurk. I think you were combining LARPing and lurking. You said lark.
What is LARPing?
LARPing? That's live action role play.
No, I meant lurk.
Yeah.
Like
lurking is
peeping?
Yeah, I know what you meant to say, but you said like larking, like an A, not a U. Will pretended to keep track. No, he actually did. He was pretty good there for a while, but then after the fact, he wasn't. No, I think Will potentially got really offended one night when we were talking about politics and stuff like that. And then, even though I messaged him and everything after the fact, he never came back.
I understand
really
how people
upset.
get offended, but if you're going to be part of something that people are going to express their opinion, then just go with it. Like, not everybody has to agree.
You don't have to agree, but that's
like,
not what
I don't
mean.
get into politics for that reason, and one, I listen to you because I don't keep up, and that's my fault.
No, but you have your opinions based around things.
I do, but if somebody doesn't agree with me, I'm not gonna like go, well, my way is right and your way is wrong, or whatever, because that's not who we are as America.
Well, the argument was about a specific politician that has espoused opinions that were offensive to Will. But those opinions aren't 100%, not necessarily 100% factual. Because sometimes you get told what people think without actually hearing what they think. Friday nights, teenagers go downtown Toronto.
Yes.
Toronto.
Toronto.
People from there, as far as I can tell, call it Toronto, as if there's no other O there.
Toronto.
It's not Toronto. It's Toronto.
Well, down here in the South, we're gonna say Toronto.
Do you live in Toronto?
We really don't talk like
Actually,
that.
you drop off the last O, Toronto.
Toronto. Yeah, we used to go
Quebec.
every Friday and Saturday night. I remember begging my stepmom, please take us. And then I got to the point where I can drive. Yeah, at 16 or 17, I was like, okay, we're done with this. And that's when I started getting all the cool stuff started happening in my life.
Yeah. I don't know. So, about drugs.
What about drugs?
Exactly what about drugs?
We don't talk about drugs.
We do talk about drugs. You said you would talk about anything.
I will talk about anything.
So,
story. What about it? What's
story?
The story? Drug? Oh, you want a drug story?
I mean, they want the drug story.
Want a serious one or a kind of like, not really funny? It's not funny though. I don't know.
I don't know. Ask them. Do you guys want a funny drug story or a real a
Serious.
serious drug story? Now, what you can't do is glorify.
No, would never.
No, because those are YouTube rules.
No.
Technically speaking, what we're doing with our glasses here, we're not even technically supposed to do. But we're not monetized, so what the fuck? See, guys, we don't have monetization on this channel yet, so we can still do all the things that YouTube takes away monetization for.
Don't glorify drugs, but I will say that I'm proud to be sober. So
Mostly.
yeah, but there was a point where I basically hit rock bottom. And I asked for help, and I've been clean ever since. So
I hope we ask them questions.
that is true, Denise. Y'all probably have better drug stories than I do.
Well, different eras have different situations.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure my mom was a flower child because she was like totally hippie.
I mean, even your other moms are flower children.
That is true.
They're super hippies.
That is true. You know, I noticed that. Can I say her name, Sarah?
You already said Sissy.
Like, my mom's wife's artwork reminds me of a 70s comic strip, maybe?
Depending on which art she's doing, yeah.
Yeah, depending on what kind of art she's doing. But, you know, her husband lives in Paris?
Husband?
No, her brother. Sarah's brother lives in Paris, and he's a comic. He draws comics.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'll have to look him up. I forgot what it's called, but it's really raunchy. It's raunchy.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
It's good.
Well, actually, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so I guess tell a funny drug story.
Okay.
Since nobody gave us an answer.
Okay.
Go lighthearted.
Okay.
One you can remember.
Touche. Okay. So one night, me and my at that time husband were good night, Eric.
Bye, Eric.
Freaking party pooper.
He's Eric the Pooper.
Eric Pooper.
Well, his name's Potter, so that's why it goes. it's like you actually like that's why I throw in the.
Good night, Eric. Thank you for joining us.
Le Pooper.
Okay, so one night.
Also, I would not have dropped that blanket
Me
on
and
this floor.
sorry,
This floor is filthy.
I was cold. It's fine. It can be washed.
We just washed it. Either way, tell the story.
So, okay. So
yeah, don't lose your train of thought.
Me and my at that time husband, we had a friend that went into the Army. We knew from high school. I was friends with his twin sister, so we were all close. We go to the house, and people are smoking weed, drinking. You know, we're 20, 21. You know, we think it's cool. And so my friend, they start to run out of weed. And I was like, oh, hey, I got weed at my house. Even though it's like 1 a.m, let's drive across town and go get it. So we went, and I don't even know what the measurements are anymore, but it was a lot of weed. It was a lot.
A little brick.
Yeah. Like because you roll it in a sandwich bag, it was about this fat. So it was a lot of weed at that time. To carry around on you is a lot.
I mean, it's probably a lot.
So we go
now.
to the house, we smoke a little bit. Go to the house, pick it up, go back. And so this time it's like maybe 4 a.m, and we're like, dude, I'm so ready to go home, tired.
I'll let you finish your story, but I just remembered something.
Okay. So me and my, I'll say ex-husband, get in the car and I start driving. The moment I pull out of the driveway, I get pulled over by a cop. So here I am. I got a pipe and a big ass freaking bag of weed in my purse. I get pulled over by the cop. My ex-husband freaking out. Oh my God, we're going to jail. We're going to jail. I'm like, dude, shut up. And I'm driving. I'm like, dude, shut up. You know, we're going to take care of this. You know, it is what it is. It's if I get arrested, call my mom. Don't worry. There's nothing we can do. We done crossed the line, you know.
Good night, Sally.
Good night, Sally. Have a good night, Sally.
East Coasters.
East Coasters.
You guys should all just live in the best time zone.
So, get pulled over. Okay, and the cop pulls me over. So I'm like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? I take the bag of weed and the pipe and I stuff it between my seat and the center console. And I had like a brand new Nissan Altima at the time. And I'm like, oh, hey, officer, how are you? And this time, it's 4 a.m. We've been drinking, we're smoking, we're tired. He's like, ma'am, do you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, maybe because it's 4 a.m. I don't know. He was like, well, we got a phone call that there was a person in a black car. The car is black. And they were banging on people's doors at this apartment complex. And I was like, no. I was like, we just left a friend's house. He just got back from the army, from his training. And it's 4 a.m. and we want to go home and we're tired. Well, why are your eyes so bloodshot? And I'm like, because it's 4 a.m. I can feel the tension. He's freaking out. He's like, oh, we're going to jail. We're going to jail. We're going to jail. So the cop was like, well, I would ask you to step out of the car, but I can't do it till we get a female cop over here.
Oh, yeah.
I said, okay, not a problem. So we're sitting there, and by this time, my high is gone. I
think
he
ruined
it.
Ask you to get out of the car. He can't search you.
Yeah, he didn't. He just said to sit in the car and wait. So, obviously, then he leans over, puts his hand on the window. He goes, so, how long y'all two been together? I was thinking, well, we were high school sweethearts. We went to daycare together. We grew up together. His best friend is now my best friend. This whole story. Oh, that's cool. But me and my wife and blah, blah, blah. Fast forward about 5 minutes, the female cops get there. I'm not even high anymore. At this point, I'm just tired and want to get home, right? So they did the field sobriety test on me. Mm-hmm. And then they said, well, we're just going to go ahead and let you go. Just be safe getting home. I mean, that could be on my record right now, and I probably wouldn't have the job that I have now if I would have gotten arrested for that.
No, you'd be.
That was enough to really get a really big fine and a good probably 2 or 3 years in jail, in county jail for sure.
Yeah,
it was a lot. But they were cool. But good thing. Dope shit next to me was quiet enough to keep his mouth shut and not freak the F out. Yeah. But he had already been arrested before. So he was scared that he's already been arrested. Now he's getting caught. And I'm like, it's not your car. And it's on me. So I'm the driver.
Well,
the car's in my name, not yours, dude.
Depending on the year, it doesn't matter. You can still bust somebody for being drunk in the car. Yeah. In a certain way. It's stupid or high or whatever. I was just thinking, I don't think I've ever been asked to do any kind of field sobriety tests. I've very rarely been ever asked to get out of the car. I never had a vehicle searched. I've had them look through the windows and whatnot. But half the reason I got pulled over in the last few years is because my car didn't have a license plate on the front. And they pulled me over to see what's up. And then it's just bullshit after that. I didn't get a warning or whatever. It wasn't until that last time I got pulled over with the inspection out, and it pissed me off.
I got pulled over for that, too. The cop was like, ma'am, did you know the pandemic was lifted? And I was supposed to get done 6 months ago. And I'm like, yeah. But if you understand, I've been working the whole pandemic. I didn't get a time off. I didn't get to sit at home. I worked through the pandemic. I didn't get one day off for the pandemic. Not one effing day.
You know what I find really strange? Speaking on that subject, our commander in chief, as it were, says basically it's over, but he won't make a formal announcement until May. It's like, it's pretty much over, but I'm not going to actually call it until May. But I'm going to tell you now, it's pretty much over, and I'm going to tell you that I'm dropping it all in May.
I can say at my job, it's pretty much over. Even the doctors aren't even wearing masks anymore.
We've talked about it. We talked about that here.
Yeah.
But it's it just doesn't matter anymore. Even though he wanted to talk about it last night.
I feel like I might feel one.
I feel like they fail you no matter how you do. Nope, that's not true.
Yeah, I did pretty good.
They'll fail you if they have a really good reason, because the problem is, of course, it's up to their discretion on whether or not you pass. But now, in the age of cameras, you know, you can see everything. Like I love that video of the dude. It cannot be a real video where they pull over the guy and he gets out, and then like they like have him do all these dances and shit, and he's like dressed up, got the cowboy hat and everything. You
Oh,
know
that
the
was on
video?
Reno 911.
Was it?
Yes,
I thought they made fun of it.
Where she's like,
Yeah, the dancing
ball,
guy.
ball, shuffle, parade.
That's
puree. Yeah, that's Reno 911.
Was it Reno 911?
Yeah.
Okay, so I didn't know.
Mhm.
I didn't think that was real because it was so absurd.
No, it's not real. That was on
Okay,
Reno
well, because it
911.
looked, because I guess because the way it's been shared, it looks
Yeah.
really real.
I would see that because they shot it as if it was like cops.
Well, of course, yeah. You
Yeah.
know, they shot it like it was a real video.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
like,
it's very hilarious.
I mean, there's some
to
videos
me.
that have been, there's some actual ones that are ridiculous. You know,
Yeah.
luckily, like I've been pulled over while drunk, but the cops didn't do their job to their full extension, and I didn't even have to get out of the car or tell where I'd been or anything else like that. But I was really drunk when they pulled me over, and the fact they didn't bother to even check was bad. I can't. That's why I didn't even fight the ticket they wrote me.
Just go and pay it at
it's
that
like
point.
the ticket
Just
they
go
wrote
and
me
pay
was
it.
bullshit in the first place,
Mhm.
but it wasn't a night in jail and a DUI, which would have cost me my job for at least a year.
Mm.
You know, that's the part that sucks.
Live PD.
Live PD.
Yes.
The show was so bad though.
I loved it.
Even though it was quote unquote live, it looked fake because like the
Yeah, because there
the
were different
control
time
room-
zones and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's night
Yeah.
somewhere, day somewhere else.
I do. I like live shows.
Like when they showed it was daylight in Florida but night in California. Like,
Oh, yeah.
that totally makes sense. It's not live. And anyway, it was live when they recorded it.
Yeah.
It's like we're gonna go back over to LAPD.
Let's go back to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, I prefer first 48.
I want to see what's going on in Detroit. Let's put some cops up there on live PD. Wait, did they?
It's
Do
none
that?
of those.
Oh.
They don't do that.
Maybe we'll see Bethany on there. What you doing up there, Bethany?
It's not mine. It's my brother's cousin, girlfriend,
Girlfriend's
best
best
friend. Yeah.
My brother, girlfriend's cousin's best friend.
So it's funny, you know, you got pulled over when you were actually doing drugs. You know, back in the day, Pig used to get pulled over all the time because he was being profiled.
Of course, I can see that.
So like, one, he's driving a piece of shit Civic. With
Looks like a hippie.
like the front,
Dreadlocks.
no front bumper and a rusty hood and a really loud car. He's got long dreadlocks.
And I'm just a white
And
girl in
he's
an
gener-
Ultima.
and he's
in a
generally
Nissan
di-
Altima.
At least at the time, he didn't give a shit how he looked, so his clothes are ratty because he's a skater and he didn't give a shit, so he just would wear ratty clothes. And his car got searched so much, and even at that point, he wasn't even a drinker.
Yeah.
Like, he started drinking later, but at that point, his car got searched all the time, and they're like, "You got weed? We know you got weed." I was like, "I don't smoke."
See, my car didn't smell because we didn't smoke in the car.
Yeah.
I mean, I smoked
I mean, you
cigarettes,
still-
and I'm pretty sure I had a cigarette at that time, but
Yeah.
I didn't. We didn't smoke weed in the car.
Yeah. So we actually saw a dude get busted in the Starbucks parking lot. Like, he had a really nice Lexus IS300,
Mm-hmm.
and like really nice. So what can or can't you do on YouTube as far as monetization goes?
I thought if we talk about the pandemic
It
or
depends. It used to be that you couldn't say certain keywords in that regard, but
Yeah.
all those rules have basically dropped. And as long as you throw out disclaimers when you're talking about, look, if you got to do any
have to give trigger warnings.
No, if it's anything healthcare related at all, you have to basically give a disclaimer. Like, look, we're not
Okay,
professionals.
well, here's my disclaimer. I'm in the healthcare field.
Yeah, but either way.
I'm not a doctor.
But either
And
way.
I think the one I work with, I think he's a doctor.
Speak to your doctor.
He doesn't act like a doctor at all.
Yeah, speak to a medical professional and a doctor if you need any actual medical assistance for anything. That's what you got to do. However, you guys have to behave a lot because in the chat, you know, you have to. Streams have been taken down because of what people were talking about in the chat. Because
Oh wow.
so it's harder to monitor.
I don't get that because YouTube is a community. You come
hold on.
together, you talk
I'll
about
tell
things,
you,
but let's censor shit.
Because I'll give you the answer. Because people would set up live streams so that they could have a chat about doing certain things So live stream was irrelevant. They were just using the chat. So they would discuss situations and set up events that were not going to be good. And not to mention, during live streams, they started limiting who could live stream when and how long you had to be on and do all these other things and verifications, because certain channels would set up live streams, do some really horrendous stuff on said live stream, and then never do anything again. So they would set up a quick live stream, do some really horrendous stuff that everyone can see, and then bail.
Oh, okay.
So, like, another thing is like what happened with, like, Logan Paul when he was... Actually, that wasn't even a live stream. That was a video that he posted of a dead person. Shan's here. Yeah, well, like, say, like... yeah, YouTube's editing of benign words now, but you can't say stupid. Like, the word stupid, if they type it, it gets blocked. Anything that can be construed as
stupid.
Anything that can be construed as an insult to another person in the chat, like, if it's not directed at anyone, you can't type it.
Oh, so I can't go.
But then no, you can. I'm saying they can't.
Oh, so they can't go, "Hey Joe Blow, you're stupid."
They can't.
They go, "Oh, well, that's a stupid idea."
If somebody says that's stupid, it'll get blocked.
That's
now
stupid.
I've had comments and things. It'll show me that they're blocked, but I can't see it. It's like there's... So on the podcast, Mike left a comment really bad addressing someone, and YouTube wouldn't even let me see it on the back end.
Oh, wow.
Like, I can see what gets blocked on the back end. Like, I can see comments and all that stuff. If it doesn't show me, that means no one's allowed to see it, whatever it might be. And he eventually told me what it said, and I'm like, I don't understand why that was blocked. So even then, it's not smart enough to really detect some stuff. So, like, that's why when I said it, I usually have certain keywords that I don't allow to be said. I let certain other things slide, but like cursing and stuff like that, because we want to try to be somewhat family friendly, but we want to be realistic. Yeah. I don't care if I cuss, but right now, if we're doing a live stream and we're cursing a lot and it's a monetized thing, they'll actually dump the monetization because we're cussing now.
Oh.
Yeah. It's worse than it used to be. That's true. That's
but
also
you can
true.
Bleep out stuff, right?
During a live stream?
Well, not during a live stream, but like...
No, later on, yeah. So if I...
Like if we're doing like a podcast.
So the podcast, they'll demonetize something if it cursed too much. It used to be in a certain time limit. So you couldn't say stuff within the first 10 minutes. Then
I would try my best to not cuss.
I don't care. I cuss all the time.
I cussed today in front of a patient.
Don't do that.
But he was cool about it. Like, I actually said shit. And he was like, I know, right?
Yeah.
Good thing you're cool,
if
Mr.
the patient's
Joe.
cuss in front of you, to me, as long as you're not being on their level, then it's fine to curse with them.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
I don't mean to, but I think my patients know me enough that that's kind of like how we are. Yeah. A lot of our patients. I had one tell me today that he hired his wife a long time ago and kept her around. Yeah. He still pays her.
So in the way of YouTube, talking about it, like, you can't be what can be considered offensive to any specific type of quote-unquote protected group.
I'm doing that thing where I yawn with my mouth closed.
That's weird.
I think that's really cool talent that I've come to.
I used to do it, but mine's really obvious when I do it.
I'm not yawning because I'm tired or you bored me. I'm just...
That's exactly why.
You bore the hell out of me.
Boredom.
You bore the hell out of me. Why am I still with you?
That's fucked up to say.
I mean, sometimes you're cool.
Sometimes I'm cool. Because I've introduced you to so many cool things that you would have never bothered to look at otherwise, that you've enjoyed.
We couldn't even mention a certain business on here one Friday.
It's true. They were actually blocking. They were trying to type out a certain name of a thing, and they couldn't.
Oh my god.
Yep. No, and the censorship's only getting worse. Like, I talked to Bobby about it the other day. I was thinking about doing a whole Patreon thing to be able to at least have conversations
and say whatever the hell we want to say.
Yeah, like say it off of YouTube. Well, already, like, one thing I'm wanting to do, I want to set up a Patreon thing that if supporters want to come in to do live reactions, it'll actually be on a Zoom call. So no YouTube, none of that shit. We can sit and we can talk and we can watch stuff together and react to it together. And if people want to talk, they can talk. If they want to just type it out, they can type it out. But then we don't have to deal with any copyright nonsense because it's on a Zoom call. You know? And we can say whatever we want. We can talk about whatever we want because it's a conversation between us and has nothing to do with YouTube.
Gotcha.
But I figured that would be a fun, like, maybe weekly thing to do. You know, since I'm considering getting out of the reviewing game and focusing more on this stuff. Focus more on community-related things instead of just sitting talking to myself behind a camera all the time. Because that stuff's not working out too well right now.
So then what happens to all this?
Nothing happens with all this. This is about collecting.
No, I'm saying it doesn't grow.
Oh, it'll still grow, but it won't. Because I don't buy stuff to review anymore. I buy things and I review them. I can collect for collecting's sake, not for reviewing's sake.
I don't think we can get anything else in this room.
It can grow.
I mean, I do see some space that you have.
There's lots of space. And also I want to get out of the Gundam stuff. Entirely. There's just nothing there anymore.
Yeah.
I had a dream about Thomas last night.
Ooh.
Not the bad one.
The one I don't like, or the
friend?
Oh, okay. I thought the one that I could not stand.
No. I don't refer to him by name.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
No, because I was talking about it the other day with Joe, just certain issues and like part of what stuff can hang from ceiling. Hang. That's what she's trying to say. Hang. I'm not doing.
Christine, do not give him any freaking ideas.
First
okay?
of all, hold on.
No idea. No.
There's nowhere. It would have to be up almost against the wall because like this ceiling fan would hit anything hailing.
Please don't give him any ideas. Come on now. I mean, I.
Laura forgot too. That's funny.
Stuff out of the freaking kitchen.
Yeah, well, I'm working on that. Well, the only reason stuff's in the kitchen because I had to get my frames.
You be glad I love you.
Yeah,
I don't know anybody would put up with this.
Put up with this?
Yeah.
Stuff you don't have to see or deal with at all?
You
don't have to deal with anything in here.
You live in the living room sometimes.
Yeah, because sometimes I want to play with my toys.
Well, sometimes I want to play with my toys and I can't.
You don't have any toys.
No, I don't. I have nails. I can play with.
Okay,
nails.
So I bought you those new brushes.
I did my nails.
Yeah, show them your nails.
Wait,
get in closer to the camera. Get in closer to mine. Mine's better.
I won't focus.
Yeah, I can't adjust focus
Wait,
for that.
Do this whole thing?
No.
Can't see it.
It's not focusing on your face. The autofocus is off.
Oh.
No, she did Valentine's nails on my recommendation because when you did them the first time, you weren't happy with them.
No, I didn't. Well, okay. It was a trial.
There's Laura.
It was just, hi, Laura. It was a trial and error thing. Like, I tried to use the confetti, and the color, confetti was red, right? Mm-hmm. Red hearts. But it turned silver.
Because it bleeds. Yeah.
It bled.
So she puts the confetti on her nails and then clear coats it. The clear coat eats away at the metallic coating. Yeah. Because you don't think about the fact it's not red metal. It's red dye on silver metal, quote unquote.
I didn't think that, honey.
Yeah.
I didn't think that through.
Yeah, so for everybody who just showed up, of course, this is meant to technically be a She Tells Stories at y'all's request. So we're not going to stay up too late tonight. It's almost time.
About 30 more minutes. I'll be okay.
I wouldn't even go that long.
Oh.
Realistically, if I don't have to. It is a school. I don't go that long except on Friday nights.
It's a school night?
Call it a school night. Like, because Fridays, obviously, I don't have to get up that late, but, you get to sleep in. I still have to get up at the same time tomorrow. But, yes. No, this is just a storytelling night. Almost kind of an Ask Miss Shoky, but it was meant to be donate a couple bucks. She tells some type of story. So, if you guys missed the first one about how she broke her leg, you have to go back and
watch
hear
this
that at the
podcast
beginning.
later. Ding.
Not a podcast. It's a.
I mean, whatever this is.
I mean, technically, this is.
Ignorant I am to this.
I mean, technically, this is what? Well, technically, isn't glitter microplastic? I mean, yes and no. it's just plastic or whatever the heck they make it out of. But the fact that it has a clear colored,
It wasn't glitter. It was like a confetti.
it's essentially glitter.
Oh,
I mean, it's big glitter.
yeah.
I mean, confetti, I think, is technically has to be made of paper.
Yeah.
I think. In my definition, confetti is paper. Everyone has to work tomorrow, Denise.
I have the long drive to work tomorrow.
Oh no, what's it like to have to drive a whole lot?
You see my eye twitching?
No.
It's this one's twitching.
Oh, that must be nice.
I dropped your phone.
I have to. Why are you dropping my spudger? See, you're better than me.
I
Here.
just need something to fidget with.
Play with the Velcro.
Okay.
I'll try to do it quietly.
Oh, I have to fidget.
Yeah, I know. I do it all the time too. They know. Yeah, there we go. And also, do what the bot says. We need people to subscribe so we can get to 1,000 so we can actually monetize.
Oh,
this
I'm
channel.
subscribed.
No, you're not.
I just don't. I'm not.
Not that I know of.
I'm subscribed. Yes.
To this channel?
I thought it was
subscribed
like a
to my
channel
original.
within a channel.
It's a separate channel entirely, dear.
I'm not even subscribed.
I have 4 channels, dear.
I don't know that.
I have 4 fucking channels. You're only subscribed to the first one.
Oh man.
You're not even subscribed to the podcast. Which, guys, you can subscribe to the podcast, and now you made it awkward.
Wow.
You're still subscribed to people I don't talk to anymore.
Do you still love me?
Usually.
Okay.
I mean, so
As
far.
long as it's most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most of the time, sometimes. Sometimes most of the time.
About 90% of the time, I love you all the time.
Okay. Good. Makes me happy.
Such a dork.
I don't think if I have any other.
You have other stories. Laura says you look pretty.
Who?
Laura.
Oh, thank you, Laura.
And by the way, you have a very unfortunate name.
Oh, I know.
Because if I talk about you here, her brain instantly goes to my ex.
Yeah. I met her once.
Well, met.
Once upon a time. Okay, well, technically, she was in my way, and she wanted to freaking move out of my way. Like, she was literally like, oh my God, like, how are you doing? And I'm like, bitch, can I sit down? Like, she knew I was sitting there. She had to know I was sitting there.
Yeah, she was standing directly in front of you.
She stood there on purpose. Like, move, bitch.
So, we went, right after we got together, my friend Ken got married. And, of course, my ex was still very much connected to all my old friend group, which meant I didn't get to really hang out with my friend group anymore.
Yeah.
So we go to the wedding. She was looking really good that night.
I don't
even remember what the hell I wore, to be honest.
I wore my maroon dress.
You did. You wore the really glamorous maroon dress. You were looking really good. I don't know what the hell I wore. I think it was a...
You wore the purple shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, the purple top that you had.
Well,
cute.
it wasn't purple, but
it was like a maroonish purple.
Yeah, that's right. Was it that wedding? I thought it was somebody else's wedding. Either way, it doesn't matter. So, of course, and this is the first time I've seen my ex since we got... Well, not the first time I've seen her since we got together, but...
Let me just say, when we started dating, he met her for lunch and didn't think to tell me.
It wasn't really a lunch.
Yeah, I met at the brewery.
Yeah, for like 5 minutes. She was swinging through town.
You had just left my house, and you were like,
just leave your house.
Yeah, you stayed the night with me when I was with my mom.
Here. It was like a Wednesday.
No.
Yes, this is like the middle of the week or something.
No, you met her on your way coming back into town.
No, I was here.
Okay,
either way.
Then I guess you told me wrong. Anyways.
But either way, the point is...
I know, the audacity.
So, the thing is, like... And also, her new husband's with her.
Yeah.
Which is the first time I got to see him in person. I'd only ever seen pictures online. Well, no, it wasn't even a lunch. We literally just met for like 5 minutes. I needed to go to the brewery. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go pick up shit from the brewery. And she was swinging.
I didn't mind that you went. It's that you didn't tell me for like months.
She wanted to meet.
You didn't think that you had to tell me because it was nothing. I knew it was nothing, just that you didn't.
No, I just didn't want you to fly off the handle because it was nothing.
Yeah.
So I told you later.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is that, like, So at the wedding, anyways, because it's a story,
Mm-hmm.
we get sat with a bunch of people that, you know, at least I know, but we definitely got sit at the like third string friend table.
They were like, in case they come.
Yeah, we were.
We don't really want you to
we
come,
were the-
but in case you do, here's your table.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly what it was. So everybody that we think should show up, regardless of whatever thing, but everybody we're really close to is going to be sitting within 2 tables of the bride and groom.
Yeah, we were
And
actually really
and
close to them, closer than some of
like,
their family.
Yeah, but like we still didn't talk to most of them throughout the night.
Yeah.
If we're honest, which was really funny because I talked to Pig's ex that night.
Oh yeah, I remember.
They weren't broken up yet.
Yeah.
But she was on the verge of leaving him. So my ex, who looked like a fucking clown that night, because she dyed her hair this really ugly, like orangey red, like clearly fucked up what she was trying to do. Hey, don't mess with the backing, because I still have to use those at some point. And her makeup was so bad. Like
I don't remember, honestly.
I do. I remember because it looked so fucking bad. Like she had a bad habit of caking on her makeup and putting on way too much fucking like eyeshadow of a color that didn't fucking work for her at all. She did that when we were together, let alone now after she turned into.
Do I wear too much makeup?
Barely. You barely wear makeup.
I know. I
I
wore
had to
it
talk
today.
you into wearing more makeup.
I wore it today because my face has been a lot redder than usual, and I'm just tired of people asking me, "What's wrong with your face?"
Well, you've been breaking out again.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she's allergic to something, and we don't know what it is.
I think it's you.
It's not me, because
I think
you were
it's
with me
you.
before it ever happened. And so, anyways, so I am trying to avoid my ex at all cost. Like I don't want to fucking talk to her. I don't want to acknowledge her existence. So we're in line for the food. You were ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
So you got your food first and went back to the table, and that's when she was standing there talking to Nick and Danny, and I think Chris.
But she was. But you were still at the table.
No,
She was
I wasn't at the
standing
table.
right there.
I was
you were
getting
behind
food.
me. Yeah.
No, I was getting food still. You went back to the table because you said the bitch won't get out of my fucking way.
Oh yeah.
I'm still.
Oh yeah, you were.
I was still in line, and you came back to tell me that the fucking bitch would not get out of your way so you could sit down.
Man, but it
And
was
we didn't
somebody's
even, like-
wedding. I didn't want to make a scene, but
And I don't. We didn't like do introductions as far as I remember.
no,
we
when you
didn't
got back
talk
to
to
the
her.
table, you said, "Hey, this is Laura," and I was like,
Did
oh,
I?
Hey. Yeah,
I don't
it was
think
so
I
nice
did.
and cordial.
I don't think we did.
somewhat.
I really don't think we talked to her at all.
It was so long ago.
I really don't. Like, I have a really good memory, and
Anyway, so Laura, the name Laura doesn't really trigger me. It's just,
you still hear it and cringe.
yeah, it's
You
just.
do.
I
Well-
think of her.
Well, because out of context,
Well,
if
'cause
I say
think
that
it's just what
we're-
kind of person she was is that I just can't see how good of a person you are. And
I mean, she
then-
was the kind of person to cheat on her new fiance,
Oh.
and then eventually they broke up. Yeah, they weren't married for like not even 2 years, I don't think.
Oh.
Because Rodney told me about it later. Because the funny thing is, her new guy looks fairly similar. Like from what I saw, I
Mhm.
was just like, I thought, is this not the same guy? And like, she didn't get rid of her. She kept the same last name.
Oh.
Because remember, I told you she contacted me a while back.
Yeah. You told me she
Yeah,
messaged you after
she-
the wedding and sent
No,
you,
I mean like
this-
like 2 years ago.
No, I did not know this.
Yeah, because she told me that Tara was. I told you about this.
Nope.
Yes, I did.
No,
I told
you
you that she
didn't.
did. This is why your memory
It must have been one of
sucks.
those nights when I was like playing
Ambien
on my
high.
Ambient high.
So like, no, I told you that she messaged me because Tara brought
You
up
have to
my
look
mom.
out for the Lauras. We're weird.
Yeah, it's true.
That is true. I have worked with Lauras. I mean, she was kind of
Oh, that's true. Yeah, the Laura you worked with was.
I mean,
cuckoo.
she was a social worker, and all social workers are crazy, but her name was Laura also.
But what I was saying was, no, she messaged me because Tara was talking about my mom. So she messaged me under the guise of asking how my mom was doing, and being like, "Man, it's been a crazy couple of years, hasn't it?" And like, I just didn't reply. Left her on red, as it were. Like, why would I start that conversation? Because if Tara wanted to contact me, which is her daughter, which I've talked about before.
Yeah, that would not be.
No, if Tara wanted to
problem at
contact me, I
all.
would talk to Tara.
You basically raised her.
Yeah. Like that's the
Yeah.
closest thing I've ever had to a kid at this point.
Yeah.
And like if she contacted me, I would talk to her. But I'd have to know it was her, not Laura, just doing what Candy does with Riley's Facebook.
Yeah.
Tara has a Facebook from what I see, but like it's 100% private. But you know, that would be. I would not start that conversation because that would be really strange. Reaching out to a young lady like that. I'm not,
I mean,
but scary,
you're
weird.
basically like a father figure to her. I mean, you raised her during her like
Formative years.
her most learning the most and figure out who she is, kind of.
And the funny part is, like, after that, she basically Laura just bounced back man to man again. It's like, as far as I know, I was stable. Now there was that one unfortunate time when we were still at my mom's. That I left my computer open to do a download, and when it was asleep, it was rolling through pictures.
Oh yeah, I remember
so
that.
I had some.
I'm like, why are there pictures of Laura? And you're like, oh my god, why is it doing that?
So I had some racy pictures from when we were still talking.
Yeah, I mean, we hadn't been together a year. I mean,
only a few months.
Yeah,
like if that.
I couldn't get mad at you for that.
Yeah, you certainly did.
I did.
You fucking yelled at me on the phone. You called and yelled at me. I was at work on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were pissed off. You literally said, I was like, why the fuck am I seeing Laura's big ugly titties on your fucking computer? Oh, yeah, her
titties showed up on your computer.
So I forgot that those
nipples.
were well, they weren't out. They were just down in the
it was really racy photos.
It was racy, but the thing is like I didn't even know those were still on my computer because I deleted them everywhere else.
Yeah,
I forgot they were in my computer at all, and then my computer's rolling through the automatic photo thing, and it was like, well, fuck, okay, deleting all that shit. I mean, I admitted to it. It's like, what the hell, you know? So you're a guy. Sometimes ladies send you pictures. I'm sure you had dick pics in your phone at some point.
I'm sure I did. I'm not gonna lie.
Glad you got rid of those. Because I've gone through her phone before.
Did I?
As far as I know. Now you feel awkward? That Laura feels awkward. Your eyes are hurting and I didn't even see it. At least those were the tame photos because everything else I got rid of.
Yeah.
Before that.
Yeah. Oh no, that was just.
Mind you, this was this computer too. That's what's even funnier.
Was that computer?
Yeah, yes, it was. It was my laptop.
Well, I thought it was your one before you got this one.
Yeah, I transferred everything over.
Oh.
I didn't have that computer ever hooked up since we've been together. My old one has never been hooked up since we've been together. Because I got this laptop while we were still first dating. I got this like the second or third time I came to your house.
Oh.
Because we used to watch The Flash on it when I came over.
Yes.
The famous night when you said, "Baby, can we go to bed and watch The Flash?"
And you fell in love with me.
That was on this. I was already in love with you. But that's when I got you into watching all those shows.
Oh, okay.
I sneakily made you a nerd.
No, but I really did not know a couple years ago that she had reached out to you under the.
I told you that.
The guise of, hey.
Pretty sure I showed you the message.
No.
Yeah.
I wouldn't remember.
Shit,
that.
I've talked about it on the podcast. See, you would know.
Obviously, I'm not subscribed to you, so I wouldn't have known.
See, this is what she doesn't ever pay attention. I'm sitting here telling her real shit that she would like to know, and now she's pretending like she'd never heard it before.
I wouldn't have known. That's funny.
Yeah, why wouldn't I tell you that?
Oh.
And definitely I'm not going to reply because there's no reason to.
No.
If it was an emergency or something bad happened, that'd be another story.
Yeah.
Not like when your ex would call. Because, like...
When would my ex call?
I remember he called you at some point or messaged you at some point a few years ago.
Yeah. I mean,
the
when
ex-husband.
Started, the ex... Yeah.
Not the ex-fiance piece of shit, because I know that you hadn't heard from him.
No. Actually, I think he's in prison or jail.
He should be.
I think the last I heard is... he beat up his girlfriend
that was a couple years ago.
Yeah, and I think he's still in jail from that.
Should be.
Yeah.
He's a piece of shit.
Because I saw they were posting on the marketplace thing, and then they were needing money and for somebody to give them money, and I'm like, I'm so glad I'm not with this dude anymore.
Yeah. Now you're just with this dude.
Now I'm with this dude.
It's like, yeah, now you're just with a guy who has a plastic addiction. Hey, I could be addicted to
I'm
toys.
going to week twice if I need help.
Hey. That was 3 times.
No, that was
she doesn't need help. That was 3 blinks. You blinked with the other eye.
I didn't mean to.
I'll blink twice if I need help, so I'm going to blink 3 times. I'm fine.
I didn't mean to. What are you doing?
Those things don't need to be on the floor. They'll get broken. So we're just sitting there telling stories. So I keep telling her we should just do a podcast together.
I think we should.
Oh, now you say that?
I did one when I was sick with you, but there's only like.
No, you were
2
on
other-
the podcast.
I mean, I felt like I was outside. I was the only female on there.
Because, well, yeah, we don't tend to have females on the podcast. Because they just don't come and talk. We want to do an all wives podcast. Because I think you and Ricky's wife would get along famously. Like, because like, y'all have a lot in common.
Do we?
Yeah.
Is she my long lost twin sister? Hey, apparently I have a twin somewhere in town.
Oh, so do I.
Did I tell you that one time I went to Walgreens and then the girl checking me out?
Yeah.
And she was like, "Were you just here?" I was like, "No." She was, "Yeah, you were here like 20 minutes ago." I was like, "No." She's like, "Oh my God, you have a twin." And I still have not ran into her yet.
That's weird. I never ran in.
I mean, you think you would notice somebody so voluptuous and beautiful like that, but I haven't ran into her.
I mean, I
yet.
might.
She must not like Target.
Maybe not. She was in
Or
Walgreens.
Starbucks.
She was in Walgreens, apparently.
I just realized I'm a basic girl. It's Walgreens and Starbucks is my life.
How would you not know that you're basic? I mean, you wear big boots, a scarf, a sweater, and carry around your latte. Excuse me.
Correction. I don't drink lattes.
I know. I do.
drink
I like
macchiatos.
lattes. And side note, did y'all see the post Marsha G made about not using a comma in y'all? No, I did not see that, but y'all is a contraction. So you would need to use a comma.
You have to use
Not a comma, it's an apostrophe. Is that why it's funny? I just realized that's an apostrophe, not a... No, you wouldn't use a comma. It's a sentence break.
Cut it out.
No. Sorry, Uncle Joey. That's funny. No, I didn't see that. Also, for the longest time, I didn't realize who Marsha G was in related to Home Free. Now I know.
Oh, she did mean comma.
Yeah.
Okay.
Some people were typing it with a comma.
That's dumb.
Okay, that's stupid. Well, the
not
thing,
y'all.
like, the comma wouldn't even affect it. Because that's not how commas are used.
It's what?
It's kind of dumb.
Oh.
So stupid. So stupid, y'all. It's so stupid. Who was it? Oh, Rusty the other day was yelling at us on a podcast saying y'all isn't a real word. We should stop using it.
Shame.
Because he's Canadian.
No, y'all is a real,
Y'all is a real
word.
Yeah. He was really upset when we got to Ewans.
Fixin'?
No, Ewans.
No, I'm saying another one is fixin'.
Yeah, but you know what Ewans is.
Not like you're about to physically fix something. It's like you're about to do something. I'm fixing to.
Fixing to do. I'm fixing to fix it.
I'm fixing. I'm gonna fix and do it.
You know what Ewans is, right?
No, Ewans?
Ewans. No. Ewans is y'all plus 3.
I did not know that.
How did you not know that?
I guess I'm not Southern.
I guess you haven't listened to.
I never heard Ewans.
To Foxworthy. Y'all. But still, that's not how you would do that at all. You don't put commas when you're separating.
Yeah, I know some Northerners say y'all.
I think some people are just dumb and don't know how to actually.
I think my
use
favorite
punctuation
YouTuber says y'all, and she's from
Your
Toronto.
favorite YouTube?
Is she from Toronto?
Yeah. Miss Dobre.
Miss Dobre.
Charlotte Dobre.
I like her.
My second favorite redhead.
You only know her because of me, and you only watch her because she's gorgeous.
Yeah, second favorite redhead.
I think she's hilarious, but she's pretty too. But I think she's.
There's not a but. It's an and.
And.
You gotta use your butts correctly.
I know how to use
not
my
just
butt.
not just for pooping silly.
What's a butt for?
Yeah. Fixin' to fix you and some fixins.
Damn Skippy there, Trisha. Yeehaw.
As long as there's no grits in those fixins.
Ugh.
I'm so not Southern that I can't even do grits.
I can't do grits.
I've never tried grits, and I don't want to try grits.
I think it's a texture. The whole thing with oatmeal. Like, I like oatmeal, but I can't eat it because of the texture.
I admit I never contemplated the spelling of that. Really? Well, I mean, like, even when I type y'all, I don't bother with the comma. Apostrophe.
Fixin' is definitely Southern.
Fixin'. Yeah.
Fixin'.
Fixin'.
Yeah, fixin'. You got to put the
I
apostrophe
don't even
on
know
the
where that
end.
word came from, but I know I've used it my whole life.
Yeah.
Like fixin'.
I
Fixin' to do it.
I'm fixing to do it.
I have no idea where that came from as a functional
So
word.
I used to say, "Yonk to go down, to the creek." You know what I said? Yonk to go down, to the creek.
Yont to?
Yonk to? Yonk to is another one. I used to say that yonk to.
Where did you get yont to?
Yonk to go down yonder to the creek.
Yeah, where'd you get that word?
I don't know.
Pretty sure it was also a Jeff Foxworthy thing.
Oh.
It's a whole list of redneck words.
I'm pretty sure I did get a lot from Jeff Foxworthy.
Did you? Yeah. Nah. Yont to?
Did you eat yet? Yeah.
Did you
eat yet?
Nah. We yont to?
Yonk to?
Yep. I forgot the rest of it. Yant.
Yep.
Yant.
Yes.
Oh, you know what's really funny? I heard earlier on one of the podcasts.
Ain't a word, and I ain't gonna say it.
Ain't gonna use it.
Oh.
So I heard on a podcast earlier something that was really funny. And maybe it has something to do with just the area. So the guy's from like Philadelphia originally.
Mm-hmm.
And he talks funny. So when he has an AW word, where it ends in AW or AWS in particular, he throws either an L in there, like laws becomes laws, or lows, or he goes the other way with a low sound or an O, like Jaws. Like, you know that movie about the shark?
Mm-hmm.
Jaws?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he would say that stuff.
Jaws, not
Jaws.
Jaws.
Yeah, not jazz. Jazz, like you're from Boston. But the other thing is what he says is, and this is really funny because I noticed this on Letterkenny. They'll say cousin, which I really just calling someone their cousin. They say cousin. They put a T on it. But what he says when he says husband, he says husband. He puts a T on the end of husband for some reason. It's really weird. I never heard anybody say that, but because a lot of the people who come through that show.
What is cream of wheat?
Cream of wheat, I think, is similar to grits in a way, because it's another ground type of grain.
I heard of cream of chicken and cream of mushroom.
Okay, so cream of wheat is very similar to grits, and it used to come in the little packets that you'd add hot water to and stuff like that, in a similar way to oatmeal. Because I remember
like
my mom.
Instant wheat.
Yes,
thing?
instant wheat.
Oh, okay.
So my mom used to try to feed me instant wheat as a kid, and I couldn't do it. But I remember the commercials made it look really good. Like you had like the cinnamon flavor one and stuff like that. You'd basically like add the stuff to it and then you'd mix it up. But like I couldn't eat it because of the texture. I used to eat oatmeal as a kid. I don't know why, but I would. But back then I used to eat peaches and pineapples and all that stuff that I can't touch now.
I can't. I think it's a texture thing. Like I can't.
I know I can't. I don't know about you.
It's gooey. I can't.
Gooey.
But I love pudding.
Yeah, but that's a completely different texture. But you would eat tapioca pudding, wouldn't you?
What is tapioca?
The stuff that has like the little balls in it.
Probably not.
Cream of wheat is like grits from wheat instead of corn. Yeah. And see, like I always had like a creamy kind of oatmeal back in the day as a kid. I can remember the flavor of it and whatnot, but like I do remember the taste or the texture being weird. I don't even know where you buy that kind of stuff anymore, cream of wheat and whatnot. But I don't want to.
I would guess a grocery store.
I'm
just putting it out there.
Putting it.
I'm putting it out there. I'm fixing to put it out there. I think it's a grocery store.
I mean, in theory.
In practice.
Hey, that's my line.
I stole it from you. See, you do teach me stuff sometimes.
Teach you stuff all the time. You just never want to admit it.
No, I don't listen.
That's true.
It takes a little bit to get it in there.
I don't care if you don't listen to little things, but when I tell you that my ex contacted me a couple of years ago, it would be a thing that you should probably listen to. I'll start telling you more stuff.
I think you told me when I was ambient high, just so you didn't have to repeat it or.
Sometimes when you're ambient high, I can't tell you're ambient high. It's not like the really bad ones, where like you get really talkative and you won't go to sleep, and then you'll suddenly get up and need a cigarette at 11:30 at night, and then you'll go smoke, and you'll come back to bed. And
no, I don't do that anymore.
Not anymore, but you used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
At our old place. Yeah. Like you don't get ambient high like you used to.
Well, I don't take a whole one anymore.
But even when you do, you don't. Yeah, there you go. You can learn all sorts of things. You just listen to podcasts like these people do. At least Denise and Christine.
I mean, you're pretty full of what it's called, useless knowledge.
I haven't found any useless knowledge yet. I found a use for most of it. I remember my dad used to be a font of useless knowledge. That's why he was really good at Jeopardy. My dad could have gone on Jeopardy and made money.
I'm sure. I am very sure of that.
I mean, he used to do well, I guess he still does crosswords.
He still does his crosswords.
Yeah, the weird part is he could still do crosswords, but he does forget certain things. But it's because crosswords repeat constantly, even with his dementia, he can still
figure it out. Yeah.
Do what?
He was doing clinicals on nursing information. A fellow student from Louisiana looked at me like I had two heads.
Talking about grits at the top there.
Oh.
So the first time I saw grits, I was an adult new to Virginia from California. Thought it was cream of wheat. I mean, it's not super different. I mean, grits are prepared differently. Like, that's what I was going to say. The grits thing, like, I don't understand how you put meat, like shrimp and grits. Like, those flavors don't seem like they should go together in any way, shape, or form. And I like weird flavors. But, like, to me, shrimp doesn't belong in many things at all.
You know what I saw that they're having at the livestock show in rodeo?
Grits?
No. Fruity Pebbles and shrimp.
Oh, wait. Or is it like...
You know how they do weird
battered?
food?
Is it battered?
I think so, yeah.
I could see it. They're doing it almost like firecracker shrimp. Oh, Fruity Pebbles.
Because you know how they do
it's not going to be good, but I could see it.
I don't know if I still have it on my phone.
Well, you got to think like a lot of Asian flavors have a lot of that sweet stuff going on.
I got a video from my partner in crime.
She's so weird. Can't pop my lips like I used to. There we go. Couldn't do it the other night. It was really annoying. You know what sucks? I have to live stream by myself tomorrow, and I got to figure out how to disconnect all this shit. I need to figure out how to get our audio to work again. I don't know what happened there.
I can't find it right now. But yeah, it was like Fruity Pebbles and shrimp something. Because you know how they do all kind of food pairings there?
Well, it is the fair side of it.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Are you sure it was Fruity Pebbles?
Yeah, I'm sure. Because remember I went at Fruity Pebbles the other day at the grocery store and you said no? Because you're so controlling.
Fruity Pebble shrimp right there. Fruity Pebble coconut shrimp.
Yeah, Fruity Pebble coconut shrimp.
Actually, that really does make a lot of sense. I wouldn't eat it, but it makes a lot of sense. Okay, it does not work on a po' boy. I don't give a shit how much other stuff you put on there. And it's in Wyoming? What? Why are they making a po' boy in Wyoming? That seems wrong. Fruity Pebbles shrimp po' boys could be coming to a fair near you. That's weird.
It's coming.
Yeah, no, I think I remember last year before, cinnamon toast crunch shrimp. But it like ends up being a lot of very similar like Asian flavors. So hold on, I make cornflake crusted French toast. No, that's some good shit right there. Ooh, Mark Broussard dropped a new song. Excellent. Well, hopefully
Hold on. Cornflake crusted French toast.
Yeah, so after you do the what's the word I'm looking for?
The batter?
It's not batter. It's custard, essentially.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't batter French toast. You technically dip it in custard and then you fry it. Technically. Yeah. But you can add the
Will
cereal
you make
to the
that
outside.
this weekend for Sunday breakfast for me and see what it?
We don't have any bread for French toast.
Well, there's this thing called a grocery store.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, apparently, from word on the streets,
that you could go
they
there?
sell bread.
You could go there.
And they actually have bread specifically for French toast. It's called Texas toast.
I don't buy the Texas toast. You don't buy Texas toast for that. You don't even remember the type of bread I actually bought to make that, do you?
It's thick bread.
It wasn't.
Yes.
Different
It's
bread.
not potato bread.
Nope, but it's a different bread. You don't remember. And I didn't get it at H-E-B. Get it at Kroger. I haven't made it in so long. We don't shop at Kroger anymore.
Okay, well, I'm just saying
I know,
you can buy the ingredients.
Do you know how much money that will cost with all those eggs?
My sister owns chickens.
She doesn't give us eggs.
We can go get her eggs.
I'm not driving 3 hours.
3 hours? It only takes an hour. hour and 20 minutes tops,
And
then back.
which is
But if you want free eggs, it's worth it.
she could meet us halfway and give us free
and
eggs.
it's my sister, so you know.
Grits is made from coarsely ground corn. Cream of wheat is made from. It's the same difference. Polenta. Yeah, that's the other thing. I know what polenta is. I don't want it though. I could see your fake, your internal yawning happening because your lips are quivering. You're like, I used to do that all the time too.
I had a burp.
And
I could have done it in the thing.
I mean, I've only been doing that the whole time. I don't like anything from the sea, and don't get me started on a horrible smell. That's true.
You don't like seafood? What?
Oats come to us from in town.
I love seafood.
Quaker oat plant. Yeah, I hate seafood. Well, mostly. Mostly.
You eat sushi.
Yeah, that's not much seafood in that.
So you don't eat like shrimp?
Don't like shrimp.
What?
When have you ever really seen me eat shrimp? How many times have we gone out to eat and you've offered me shrimp, and what do I always say?
No.
Exactly. I don't like shrimp.
Wow. This is definitely some couples therapy here. I did not know that you didn't like seafood that much.
I mostly don't like seafood. I can't seafood. Now,
so that's why we don't really go to Red Lobster much anymore.
Well, that and it was just overpriced and stupid.
Because I would get
That's a pretty bad service there.
Yeah. But that one time we went and we sat there for like
that was
an
the worst
hour
one.
and nobody helped us.
That one's closed, but like
Yeah,
even our
closed
local
down.
one we don't go to very often. There's better restaurants. No. Fish I like, but seafood I don't really like. Like I can eat virtually any type of fish, but not like farm raised tilapia because those are just shit eaters. Seafood. Yes, seafood.
Fish and chips is good. My coworker, that's from the UK at work. We were talking about fish and chips today.
That's a fish fillet. Fish fillet. We just had fish the other night. You know I eat fish.
The fish last night. I know, but I think
not last night. We had chicken strips last night. We had fish the night before.
Oh.
You ain't paying attention. No, I like fish because shit. You've watched me eat salmon, and I like fried catfish. But I don't really like crab. I'm not against it, but like, cause obviously in sushi, I'll eat crab meat and whatnot. But like lobster, I care less. It's not bad, but I don't want it.
I love lobster.
But like other seafood, like I'm not getting near any type of mollusk.
It's a mollusk.
Anything that comes out of a shell, like a proper shell.
Oh.
Yeah. Like,
how did I not know that? I guess you just.
Well, you know I
never
don't like
really
crawfish.
mentioned it. Well, I know you don't like crawfish. Some
yeah,
people
they're
don't
shrimps.
Like
they're shrimp's dirty
bugs.
cousin.
No, they're the brother cousin.
Yeah.
Mud bugs are the brother cousin.
I also hate any kind of food that I have to work for. Like, you know, I don't eat meat on the bone for the same reason.
Yes. King crab and snow crab legs. I'm in.
Also overpriced.
So good.
You know, lobster used to be served to prisoners because it was considered poor people food.
Really?
And then they decided to turn it into something expensive.
Useless knowledge.
Yeah.
Useless knowledge.
They used to give lobsters to prison because they were it was considered trash food because it was bottom feeding fucking things. Then somebody somewhere decided that it was going to be the new hotness, and therefore they can charge an assload for lobster.
Just like we could say a piece of land is worth $1 million because we say it is.
Or diamonds. Most diamonds nowadays are all
I don't
synthetic.
think diamonds are actually worth the money.
They're not.
Like, they're not.
We
Like,
create...
give me something give me a ruby, an emerald, or something. I'm okay with not having a diamond.
Yeah, don't make a gross fish analogy there, Laura.
What get out.
So she started talking about things about the horrible smell from the sea.
Oh, okay.
And then a tactile issue, and that's making a gross fish analogy.
Oh.
That's the other thing, smell. Fish
okay.
doesn't smell good almost in any
I mean, I
different
understand because of the smell. I get that.
I mean, look how much you have to put on fish or anything out of the ocean to make it not smell terrible.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Like,
can you imagine what a meat market smells like?
I don't have to. I've been to a meat market. I can remember.
Okay.
You've ever been to a meat market?
I keep moving my mouth.
You ever been to
What
a
is this? A microphone. I call it a mouse. Woo.
Doing real good, babe. Doing real good.
Showing my true colors there.
Caviar. I've tried caviar. I didn't like it. Escargot. Not.
Well, what did we have those little eggs on the sushi that one time?
That's escargot.
That's escargot.
Technically, it's escargot, but it was actually roe.
Crawfish are
Roe
the
is
lobsters that followed the Acadians down to Louisiana and Canada. Oh. Well, if she's true and real, I definitely got it. I can see.
I like those blue mountain.
I mean, I like crawfish, but they have to be burnt. They have to be burnt correctly. Because if not, if you burn them, if you put them in cold water, because it makes them poop.
Put them in clean water. Actually, put them in salt water.
Yeah, it makes them do that. And then whenever you're sucking on the heads of the crawfish or the butts, you're not getting their poop. You're just getting their meat.
Not even just poop. It's also dirt in general.
Yeah. It's still good. I like it.
Anything that filters through dirt.
I mean, I can't
food,
eat like a
eat.
butt ton of it.
A butt ton. I've seen you put away a lot of when we used to go to crawfish boils.
Yeah, whatever happened to that? What happened to them?
They moved.
They moved?
Yeah, they're over in Tomball now.
Oh.
After his mom died. Dad died. Remember he was supposed to help me with the car?
Yeah.
And then flaked on me?
Yeah.
I was supposed to go over there to use his lift, and he flaked on me. Mm-hmm. And then never got back to me.
Is because of that?
Ever got back to me.
So how do you know that's what happened? Because he never got back to you.
Because he never got back to me, but he still posts on Facebook and everything else.
That's weird. Like, I don't get
how do you set up?
Like, how do you set something up and be like...
And then 100% flake.
Ghost, like crickets.
Yeah.
Nothing.
The day before.
Wow.
Like, it just completely flaked on me. Guy I've known for a long time. Literally, I needed to work on my car.
I liked them. They were cool peeps.
Well, you were very awkward around them. You like the girl who dressed like a mermaid.
Yeah, she was cool.
It was okay. But yeah, no, everything changed when I moved out there. We wanted to get away from a lot of things. Either way, now we're way off topic, and it's after 10. Bedtime.
Oh, it is my bedtime.
See how easy it is? Your bedtime was 40 minutes ago. Guys, she actually goes to bed usually around 8:40. Well, you guys know because you bet on what time she'll be here. See, that's what you need to do from now on. You just need to come and join. Well, if I can figure out this audio situation, you should join me on reactions. Because we watch a lot of cool stuff.
I feel like there's a lot of mother things I motherfucking do.
I mean, what are you going to do? Just sit in there and watch Facebook all night?
Pretty much.
What did we watch? We watched, not the
we
movie.
We watched a movie last night.
Not last night, the other day. We watched The Last of Us. I got you almost caught up on The Last of Us, but I feel like there was something else we watched.
Oh, The Last of Us is coming out on Friday, the new episode, instead of Sunday because of Super Bowl.
Fair point, but you need to watch the one that just came out.
Yeah. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I watched it Monday morning.
Okay.
I told you I was going to watch it. She doesn't have a plan.
Denise, are you asking for a friend? Because I'll let you know.
That is some bullshit right there.
I mean, y'all can kind of deduce about what time I'm coming in by the time it starts and the time I'm coming in.
Sometimes it's
so
random.
If you know my bedtime is at 9, I go to bed around 9 Central Daylight Time. You know about what time I'm popping in.
I'm trying to remember. We watched something. Did we watch another movie the other day? I feel like we did, but I can't remember what it was.
Gosh darn it. Oh, no.
I have to look at... I need to go back and see if there's a history on... Was something else on HBO?
No, last night we watched HBO movie.
No, okay, so it wasn't The Last of Us, but because we watched The Last of Us Sunday to get you caught up.
Yeah.
But I don't remember. I swear we watched something Saturday.
I think Monday I basically came home and went to bed.
Yeah, you were non-existent though. You were sick.
Sunday I still wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, you were sick for a few days. Yeah, we all gotta go to bed. It's fine, Laura.
Yeah, Laura, I understand. I'm going to be so tired tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to get all my beauties.
Yeah,
I'm going to be so weird tomorrow.
You're weird every day. But yeah, no, I'm trying to remember what we watched because it's annoying me.
Yeah, we'll think about it. It'll come to us later.
Yeah, right.
What was that one time I was thinking of that name and it took like 3 or 4 hours and then out of nowhere I tell you what it is and you're like, yeah, that's right. No, I can't remember that.
I literally don't know. All right, guys. So we'll see you.
Alrighty.
Well, okay. So Laura or whoever might be here tomorrow night for whatever we do on Thursdays, because it used to be Throwback Thursdays. Now it's just whatever we do on
Free
Thursdays.
for all.
Well, sometimes it's a all request night, but we did this night because you already said that. So either way, thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. We didn't really get through too many stories of hers, but you know, there's always the future.
I have a lifetime full of stories.
Yes, if you can remember them without making up other ones,
Or if I can say them without.
or if you guys just want us to do more of this in general. Yeah, no, I mean tomorrow. Odds are we'll be here tomorrow. Well, I'll be here tomorrow after I unbreak everything. That's funny. So
Shoky sounds so wrong.
either way, guys, like the Streamlab thing says, hit the like button. Thanks for everybody who came to come and hang out with us. I know we didn't do any reactions this time, but if I can figure out the audio situation, we will do that.
Okay.
Because we used to be able to both hear. Now nobody.
Yeah, we
can
did
hear.
like Christmas. We did that.
Yeah, it was annoying, but we did it.
Yeah.
So, but now we have a whole different setup going on, and I don't know what's going on with the what happened to the speaker. So, either way, guys, good night, and remember, as always, it doesn't have to make sense.
Just has to be loud.
See,
Night.
she can be a co-host. Oh, wait,
Oh.
wait, we forgot the Funicorn on 2 cameras at once.
Nice.
The Funicorn, double Funicorn for your pleasure. Weird secret angle there. Trophy of Apathy, 0 fucks hero. Get yours today at Big Shot Toy Works. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.